Here's a segment from a recent Gun Talk radio episode. You can listen to all the Gun Talk radio podcasts however you tune in, or check out guntalk.com for more.
I'm going to be a new gun owner when I get home in about 3 weeks down in Florida. Okay. And I wanted to pick your brain. I'm not a big gun advocate. I never have been a big gun advocate. I've always been a knife guy. It's just my upbringing with my grandfather. He always said any coward can use a gun. It takes a real man to use a knife. So it kind of instilled in me. But dealing with the world we're living in today, a gun is a necessity. And with the Democrats getting in and possibly screwing up all the laws, I'm looking at the fact I have no choice. I really want to get a handgun, I want to get a shotgun, and I want to get a rifle because with our new property, we're moving way out into the woods. So I wanted to pick your brain on what would your suggestions be for a particular new gun owner. I've already taken 3 online classes for safety.
Okay, good. All right. Congratulations on taking the online classes. I would suggest that you need to continue that with in-person classes on handling firearms because there's a lot to it. Can be a fairly complicated thing. All right, 3 guns: handgun, shotgun, rifle. When you say you're moving out into the country. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll be moving out. We just bought some property down in southwest New Mexico, so it's way out in the outback of New Mexico. So I'm going to be out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. All right. Here's my suggestion, and it's going to be kind of broad, and it's going to be categories. Because when I say get a 9mm semi-automatic pistol, there are many dozens of them out there, and you're going to have to find the one that works for you, that fits your hand. And frankly, right now, guns are in short supply. The demand is exceedingly high. And so it may be a case if you're going to get what you can get. But I would say probably a full-size 9mm pistol, Smith & Wesson, Glock, Ruger, Springfield Armory, any of the major brands, SIG, of course. All of those are good. Buy quality, buy quality, buy quality. I mean, every time we try to go cheap, we end up regretting it. Every time, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so get you a 9mm semi-automatic pistol. On a shotgun, I would say get you a 12-gauge pump. Simple, not very expensive. There are several good brands out there, a 12-gauge pump shotgun. When you get to the rifle, it becomes very interesting. I'm going to suggest you get the most versatile style rifle ever made, and that is an AR-15 rifle. They are versatile. You can actually replace the uppers. They come there's a lower and an upper. Think of it as 2 parts. And the upper, you can change those out and put different calibers on it. You can shoot different calibers through the same gun by replacing the upper on it. They are ergonomically designed, fairly lightweight, and then the original .223 caliber, not much recoil, and ammo is still somewhat available. So I would say an AR-15, a pump shotgun, and a 9mm semi-automatic pistol would be the collection that I would suggest you take a look at.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, because like I said, my fiance actually is a gun owner. She has a little .38 revolver.
Okay.
Now, on your personal side, do you prefer a revolver over a semi-automatic or a semi-automatic over a revolver? Because I was always taught by my grandfather, if you're going to buy a gun, buy a revolver because they can't jam, but they can backfire.
Well, remember that your grandfather's also the guy who said don't get a, was it your grandfather who said don't get a gun, use a knife?
Don't get a gun, but yet he owned them, but
Yeah, you're now talking to the right guy. Yes, I would prefer, generally speaking, I prefer a semi-auto. It has more ammunition on it. They generally they shoot a little bit better. I love revolvers, don't get me wrong, but revolvers are a little bit more restrictive. Once you get into the guns, if you really like guns, you can start getting yourself some revolvers. But for a starter, I would get a 9mm semi-automatic pistol, a full-size gun, not a little bitty compact one. I'd get a pump action shotgun, and I'd get the AR-15. That would be my choice.